Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Chess and welcome back to the Art Survival video. Today I am in the water over here. As you can see, I'm in the coast area basically, and today we'll actually ask the question, or try to answer the question. Where do where is the location to fish? If there is any difference or not. We'll compare two locations, which will be coast or swamp over here. So yeah, as you can see, this is swamp. Apparently you can also do fishing over here, and we will compare these two, if there is any difference at all or not. So yeah, we have the coast over here, the swamp over there, the coast over here. So yeah, we'll basically answer the question, and if there is nothing different, it means that we can also safely assume that there is nothing different if if you do fishing on the water, in the water basically, or maybe in the radioactive swamp like that. And yeah, I think those are like the four only locations where you can do fishing. Maybe there's other location, I don't think so. I think there's only four locations: the swamp, radioactive swamp, coast, and then there is the water or the ice, pretty much. So yeah, but we're not gonna test all of them. We're just gonna test two of them, which is the coast and the swamp over here. Which again, this one, the one where it can give you cranberry, and the one where it can give you dandelion over here. So yeah. Um, I will do 200 of fatty meat over here and 200 fatty meat over there. Okay, let's talk about the fishing rod first. I will use great fishing rod just to see if there is something changed from the fishing rod as well or not. I don't think it's changed. I already did video about that, in which I was, a little bit dubious about. Um, I thought that great fishing rod was bugged or something, because it didn't actually give a lot of fish through. So I guess we'll try over here and see if it did actually give, more than that or not, more than the ones in the video, in the past video or not. So yeah, about the bait, you probably ask, Danny, why do you use fatty meat? Why don't you use fatty meat or any other meat, or if there's any other alternative? Well, um, the reason why is because fatty meat over here, it actually will give you 25, up to 25 fish over here. Well, actually, raw fatty meat also give 25, now that I think about it. The reason why I fry it, because generally speaking, I think fatty meat, like it can hold longer time pretty much. So for instance, if you have fatty meat that is about to rot, you can cook this into fatty meat, right? So, and the expiration time, I believe, will reset. So, yeah, basically, you can use either fatty meat or fried fatty meat. But I just like fatty meat because you can also feed your pet with it as well. And yeah, as you can see, isn't actually different at all. So you can use one or the other, but I will take myself fatty meat. And then after that, there's also another question: why don't you try something else, like for instance, apparently pasta is another, like this one, cooked pasta. You can cook multiple of them at once, so that is also easy, right? You can cook all of these. Let's actually cook five, for instance. You spend little time, and you can get yourself some cooked pasta over here. And apparently, cooked pasta also gives you 25, I believe. Let's see if it shows over here or not. Okay, here we go. It shows 25 fish as well. Well, why don't you use pasta? Because I've seen, lots of people actually try to cook with, not cooked, so to try to fish with cooked pasta. The problem with pasta is that, how do you get pasta, right? That's the first question. How do you get pasta? There's actually a way to get pasta, and that will be from flour, as you can see over here. If you scroll down, you can actually cook pasta over here. You can craft from one flour with salt and water, and you can get yourself one pasta. However, the biggest problem is that you cannot craft this in many. You cannot craft multiple at a time. You can only cook one by one, and yeah, just like that. It's just you have to tap this every now and then. Like often, you just need to tap this, which it kind of drives me crazy a little bit because it takes time, so it's pretty much not efficient at all. And the reason why fatty meat is great is because in the coast over here, you can just fight some bears and boars as well. You don't see that because I already killed all of them for the cycle, and yeah, I got myself some of this fatty meat and fried fatty meat. So yeah, killing these bears and boars, you only need weapons, right? You can use rifles, for instance, or like auto battle. You can use spear or whatever. You can use help from other people as well. But me personally, I just auto hunt using auto battle. I mean using my SVD, which uses rifle ammo. It will basically one shot everything. Not one shot everything. I mean, yeah, I guess, but it's just faster in my opinion. And you only need to fight them 20 times, right? Because 10 times for the pairs, 10 times for the boards, and that's it. 20 times, and you get yourself, I believe you get yourself 600 something, which I forgot the exact number. I think it was 687, I believe, um, of fatty meat that you can use for that. So yeah, that's why I don't use cooked pasta because it's difficult to craft pasta in the first place. So yeah, I just stay with the easiest one. Just hunt some pears and boards, get yourself some fatty meat, and you can use that directly, immediately, to fish as well. So yeah, I guess let's just start. That's the plan. 200 over here. 200 at the swamp over here, and yeah, I guess we can just start. And this will take some time. I guess if you don't like waiting, you can always skip to the end of the video just to see the result. I will, like make tally at the end just to show if it's any different or not with the amount of fish or with the rewards or I don't know other stuff in general. So yeah. I guess let's just start. No, not pick up, go fishing. Yeah, I guess we can just start. Also, while we're fishing, obviously, it will take some time. So I guess we can just talk a little bit with the game probably, or any off topic as well. I don't know, but I guess I can just always talk about the game for sure. I guess, yeah. We'll actually stop at 200. So yeah. Okay, so about the game, what is the current state of the game? Like, is the game, going somewhere? Is the game dying? Because apparently the event just ended. At the time I'm recording this, I think it's 8th of February, I think. So yeah, it's like entering the second week of February. And the Christmas event, Christmas and New Year's event, ended about at the last day of January, I believe, 31st of January. So it's been like basically a week after that. And apparently the amount of people actually dropped. Like there's not really a lot of people actually that are online. In fact, when I played the game like earlier today, it's only 80 people actually. So yeah, only 80 people's online. That is kind of crazy. The fact that during the event there is like 200s of people, but now they're dropping to 80. And I don't know. Maybe they are, like they are finished with the event, and they got bored. There's nothing else to do, so they just maybe uninstall, or maybe they just carry on with their life, doing playing other games, etc., etc. Because the game's a little bit boring, which I feel like it kind of happens to everyone at some point. Get saturated by the game, right? Because there's nothing else exciting to do, and yeah. Um, that is obviously bad because I feel like if no one's actually playing the game, maybe lesser people actually watch my contents about the air survival videos. So Yeah, that'll also be unfortunate for me. However, I don't just make contents of the art survival. Obviously, I already mentioned about that. Like at this time, it's already I mentioned, like I don't know, like hundreds of times, pretty much. That I said this is not the art survival channel. Like at some point in the future, I will probably stop playing for good because like maybe I just move on to the next stage of my life, right? To the next stage of this channel, for instance. Like bigger audience, maybe I will do something else. Like maybe I will get some, like funding to make better content in the future. Just to get myself some projects. Yeah, I also play other games as well. So even if the game is dying at this time, I think it's fine by me. It will definitely reduce the amount of people watching my contents for sure, but I guess it's fine because I can always make other contents. There's this, the problem with content creators on YouTube is the fact that sometimes some of them only hold on to one game, and that is bad. Actually, I would say that is bad because what happens if the game is just dying, right? Like you're there just for the hype, for instance. Like let's say this game, for instance. You probably like only play TR, for instance. You only make videos for TR, but what happens if the game actually is dying, or maybe a few years from now the developers maybe shut down the game, for instance. Like what are you going to do, right? Like you cannot make any other contents because you are not prepared for this, and yeah, like what are you going to do with your audience, right? So I feel like that is bad. If it's like small game like they are, yeah, unfortunately I consider they are survival as small game because I don't know, there's just many bigger games out there, in my opinion, and this actually already being proved by so many instances of games. I have seen so many, like games, like showing up, people play it, and then lots of content creators popping up. However, after some time, the developers of these games cannot hold together of their game. They made the worst decision, the worst changes to the game, and yeah, the players, the community just doesn't like that at all, and in the end, they all stop playing, and yeah, it dies down until at one point the game had to be shut down because no one's playing it, and that is bad because then after that these content creators, they also just stop making contents anymore, and that is bad in my opinion because you already build up the community, you already build up your community, but yeah, like like I feel like you should always use that, like not use in a way that you use your viewers, but more like you build up your channel pretty much, like to do other stuff pretty much. So yeah, that is bad, right? Because you only rely on people that only play that game, and yeah, like I said, what happened if the game just got worse, no one's playing, the game got shut down, you cannot even make contents out of that. So yeah, what are you going to do, right? Especially if you are content creators that use this as your main job, for instance, like me, for instance. I consider this my stable job pretty much. Not stable just yet because it doesn't actually give me any money at the moment, but I will consider this a job because like making contents, right? um, like what are you going to do if your game is gone, like like really what are you going to do? That is the the big question pretty much. So yeah, it's just a little bit of concern by me that I feel like what is it like I don't know, like I feel like only relying on one game isn't the best option that you have pretty much. Like if you watch like bigger YouTuber or content creators, I feel like they always have other contents, right? Like they don't just stick to one game. Even if they do, that one game will is pretty much big, right? Like it's not gonna die. It's like basically triple A games, triple A developers making triple A games. Like for instance, WoW, for instance, right? World of Warcraft. That game's not gonna die. The developers will always make better version of that, and people will always play that, in my opinion. And yeah, there's always people, audience for that. And in that specific case, if it's like a big games, then yeah, you can always only hold on to one game, and that is that big game. But if it's like small games, like for instance this, they are survival, or I don't know, like literally random games you can find on the App Store, for instance. Um, you cannot just hold on to that one game because, like again, like what happens if the game just shuts down? And then your audience just watch you playing that game. They also only play that game. And then I have seen this as well with the survival videos as well. I think I've seen the instance where they, completely stop playing DR and they just play other games, and it's not doing great for them. So with my channel, I start to put some bits of other games here and there, just for more variety, pretty much. Although I still make the survival every day. I just do that, just because it's just to attract people, pretty much. Yeah. Again, until some point in the future, I will probably stop playing and move on to other games, which I feel like they all also deserve to be viewed as well. But here's the thing that I do as well. If I do other games, I also try to see as well if people are actually watching or not. Like for instance, with my chess videos, apparently people actually watch my chess videos. So yeah, I guess I will also make chess videos every day as well, because they are quite easy to make. It doesn't take a long time. You can just play random chess match for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and that's already a video, right? You can upload that and people watch. People can comment on your playthrough or your plays, pretty much, if it's great or not. So yeah, I also start doing that with other games as well. I think recently I play Autopaths, Super Autopaths, and apparently those videos I got like a bit of views as well. Actually, it's not like it's dead, So maybe at some point in the future I will play that game again. But with the Yu-Gi-Oh, for instance, Yu-Gi-Oh series that I did since December, it's not doing well, so I stopped playing that. So yeah, it is like an example, right? Some games actually will succeed, but some just don't. For instance, that. So yeah. Also, we're close to 200, and that will be it, I guess, for the coast. So this is the coastal area, and yeah, just like that, 200. I got myself 2032. Okay. So that is about 2000, pretty much. One meat, 200 for 20, 2000, pretty much. So one meat gives me 20. That is actually a lot of fish, surprisingly. Also got these random bits with which I will compare after this as well. But now let's continue to the next location, which is over here. This is the swamp. I will use over here, and I will try my best to not go to the this area over here, which is coast. So yeah, I'm gonna stick here, and I guess yeah, we can just start again with this 200 baits, and let's see how many fish I get and what things I got. And yeah, here we go. Okay, let's continue again with the things that I have. Oh, I need to eat first, actually. Okay, let's do that. Let's eat. Basically, again, like I said about the content creation, right? I feel like I feel like you always have to make various contents as well. You can again. I've already mentioned, like if it's like big games, I feel like people will always watch every now and then. So you're good, right? You're good. But at some point, if you only play small games, like you don't know, you cannot control the developers, right? Obviously you're just playing games, you're just showing the gameplay that you play on YouTube. Others watch, others play again. That is also helping publicity for the developers as well, obviously, for the games. But at the end of the day, decisions always decisions are always from developers. If they want to make changes to the game, if they want to break the game, if they want to shut down the game, that is on them, and you cannot control them. So yeah, you cannot always rely on something that you are not certain of, right? You cannot rely on something where you cannot control. So yeah, I feel like that's bad on its own. I mean, you can always, make petition and stuff, but again, I feel like, if it's small games already, like how many people that are actually enjoying your content, right? Let's say 5,000. I guess you can make those 5,000 people that watch your contents to, I don't know, like make petition pretty much to alter the developer's decision, for instance. That can happen, but like what happened if you just only have like few hundred people, right? I feel like that's probably not gonna be enough for the developers, to change their decision. I feel like, so yeah, I guess there's that. Okay. What's my plan then? Well, my plan is probably simple. I'm just gonna keep making chess contents as well. I will also try, other games as well with Super Autopads. I think I found games that I will do as well in the future. I think I will try Pokemon, actually, Pokemon Showdown. You can play this from web browser. I think I will try that, and just to see if people actually enjoy that or not, pretty much. If there's like 50 views every videos, then that is already enough for me. So I will make frequent contents for that as well. So yeah, again, just various games that I want to play. There's also like horror games as well that I want to play, but I don't know if it's viable or not. It's kinda, I'm not that great dealing with horror stuff, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm a little bit jumpy person. I got jump scared quite easily, and with horror games, I feel like that would be great if I have face cam so that you can see my expression as well. Just to see that whenever I got myself scared, I feel like that is always great to have expression on screen, right? So yeah, maybe I will do that, but that's for the future. Yeah, I guess the goal now is just to get 1,000 subs at the end of this year. That's the big goal. I have no idea if that's feasible or not, but I always try to make better content so that, more people are actually subscribed. In fact, if you haven't subscribed already, please do, just to help the channel in general, like let me know, like games or ideas that you want me to do, for instance, or challenge. Always up for challenge actually. So yeah, that is always a great idea in my opinion. So yeah. Um. Uh. Okay, what else? Real life contents, maybe I will do that at some point in the future if I already have, the proper equipment, for instance, like maybe if I have camera, if I have proper lighting, for instance. I don't know, like just in general, maybe I can then start doing real life stuff. Like maybe I'm visiting, places, making documentaries about it. That is actually one of my big goal as well, to just travel throughout the world and to just make documentaries about that, just visiting locations. And I think my goal will be like moving to the US and just stay there for a while and just to visit every single location, big locations in every state. I feel like that is a lot of locations that I can make lots of contents of. So yeah, that is like my ultimate goal, pretty much. One of my ultimate goals is to just move to US for a while and just to visit every location, big location in every big states. Like for instance, like Grand Canyon, random mountains or hills, random beach, forests area, for instance, hunting ground, camping ground, etc., etc. I feel like that will always be great. Like ski resort and stuff like that, horror places. I feel like that will be great. Like museum, I don't know, like many of them, right? Especially in the US, it's such a big nation, it's big country with a lot of states as well. I feel like that's the best place to do that. Um, I also seen some documentaries about people going to Japan, which also I will also do as well. Obviously, another ultimate goal, I guess, to just move to Japan, stay there for a while, just to visit locations. I feel like that is always a great thing, right? It's like a journey of a lifetime, in my opinion. So yeah, it's more like a life goal, apart from YouTube goal actually. So yeah, but obviously, it will be a long-winded way to go there. Obviously, it's not gonna be smooth. There's gonna be lots of struggle that I need to do, lots of hard work just to get myself there. So yeah, that's like basically plans for real life stuff. Ultimate goal basically. Um, like what about streaming? I will also do stream. I consider that as well. Maybe I will do that on Twitch, because Twitch is just the best platform for streaming, because on YouTube you can stream, but unfortunately though, there is just not many streamers on YouTube, apart from the big ones that like for instance Ludwig. But it's for like, if it's like for small streamers, I feel like Twitch is probably the better place, because like there's so many audience there that can stumble on your contents or channels, and you can get yourself lots of audience. So yeah, and then you can bring them to YouTube to watch your videos, etc., etc. I feel like that's also an option, which I always consider. In fact, in 2020, I actually started streaming as well on Twitch, but and then I moved from my university to home, and I didn't actually stream after that as well, because the connection is just bad here, especially in my room. Connection is bad. I cannot keep up with my stream, for instance, without having to be reset every now and then because bad connection. So yeah, that is unfortunate, but I always consider that maybe at some point close in the future, like maybe next year, if I have money for that, then I will definitely consider streaming. Maybe I will stream this game. Maybe I will streaming other stuff as well. That is possible, right? So yeah. There you go. I think that's like the talk that I can have for this one about the channel in general, about my plans coming towards the future, far in the future, my ultimate goals, my life goal, like ultimate channel goal, etc., etc. So yeah, I guess there's that. So yeah, if you're listening from the beginning until this point, I guess you can always support me just by leaving a subscribe. Share this to your friends, share this channel so that they all also subscribe. Log in from your, like from your, I don't know, like grandmother's phone, for instance. Log in and subscribe to this one. Maybe your grandma will watch me. I don't know, like, but yeah, there's always an option, right? Or your brothers or your sisters, just inform that there's this channel. I do lots of various contents, obviously, with currently with my podcast as well. Just basically talking about real life stuff. So yeah, I guess there's that. But yeah, it's just a countdown from 10. Okay, 10 and 9, and then 8, 7. I think this one we might actually got lesser, although I'm not sure, but I think I'm actually getting a lesser stuff here from the swamp. But let's see here. 3, 2, and 1, and that is it. That is the end of the fishing session. Let's see how much of fish that we obtained or received. And we got myself 2037, so that is the same amount. Unfortunately, this one's 2032, this one is 2037. Well, technically speaking, this is more, but I don't know, 2000 is the same 2000 out of 200. I feel like it's kind of the same amount, 20 fish. Um, let's compare with the caviar. We got 52 here, which is quite a lot. This one we got 36. Okay, that is actually quite different amount actually. So maybe fishing in swamp is better because you got more caviar. I'm not sure though, but I don't know. I feel like this caviar is more than that. Maybe because there is turtle in the swamp, although not this one though, because there is no turtle over here. I mean frog or the toad. That is actually from the radioactive swamp. Yeah, I don't know why I got many, more caviar here, but yeah. Seven spring, three rope. This one over here. Two, three. Okay, I guess it's different. I got. Okay, let's count from the amount that I got. I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. I got nine different items. What about this one? I got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. What did I not get? Huh? I didn't get what? What did I not get? Uh, this one. Did I not get Rex at all? I think I did. I did. What didn't I get? Huh. Oh, this one is difficult to identify now. Wood scrap tire wire. Wood scrap tire wire. Spring back. Oh, can. I didn't get can, I believe. Okay, I didn't get can. I'm not sure if that's specific to Ghost or not. Let's actually count by the amount then. 7, 3, 10, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 23. I got 23 random items. Well, this one, 7, 11, 16, 18, 21, 23, 25, 28. That is 28. So, this one I got, what is it? I already forgot. 15, 18. Uh, what is it? 23 and 28. That is not far off. So I will just gonna assume or presume, based on these numbers, that they are not far off. So I'm just gonna presume that they are the same. So yeah. So in conclusion, I guess you got the same amount of fish in the coast and in the swamp. So that is not a big of deal because the point of this is to fish, right? To fish. So yeah, I guess it's the same amount of fish. So everything else shouldn't matter. But if you want to count that as well, in the swamp you get more caviar. However, you get less amount of random items, compared from this one. This one gives you four more, but I feel like, or five, but I feel like it's nothing big, honestly. It's five out of 200. That is like a very small ratio. So yeah, um, it's not really big of deal. I don't think. In fact, I think the most important one is the fish. Like, do you get more fish while fishing in the coast or in the swamp? The answer is no. You don't get difference at all. It's kind of the same. 2032, technically speaking, it's more than this. Oh no, actually this one 2037. Technically speaking, it's more just by five. But again, five out of 200. I feel like that is such a out of 2000 actually. That is such a small number that you can ignore. So yeah, it's kind of the same, I would say. So yeah, there is no difference at all. So yeah, if the question was, what was the question at the beginning? Where should you fish? I think. What was the uh, okay, where should you fish? I think the question was, um, coast or swamp. Which one is better for fishing? Well, the answer is nothing is better. Fish. The amount of fish that you can get is the same. So yeah, either one is fine. So there you go. That is the answer. The answer will be either location is fine, and that's it pretty much. So yeah. Anyway, I think that'll be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoy it. I guess let's just tally up out of 200. I got myself, oh, wait, is it a little bit lucky? I got myself 4,000 fresh fish. 4069, that is a nice number, I guess. So yeah, there you go. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is Taldi. I will see you again tomorrow with another TR survival videos. But until then, I'm gonna save this fresh fish for my next video as well, future video. But until then, see ya.